Sonnet 16 by William Shakespeare, 1565 to 1616. But wherefore do not you a mightier way make war upon this bloody tyrant time, and fortify yourself in your decay with means more blessed than my barren rhyme? Now stand you on the top of happy hours, and many maiden gardens, yet unset, with virtuous wish would bear your living flowers, much liker than your painted counterfeit. So should the lines of life that life repair, which this time's pencil or my pupil's pen, neither in inward worth nor outward fair, can make you live yourself in eyes of men. To give away yourself keeps yourself still, and you must live drawn by your own sweet skill. Okay, this is a sonnet by William Shakespeare, the Bard of Stratford-upon-Avon, and this is another of his procreation sonnets. It's the penultimate one. I think 17 is the last one of the procreation ones. And this is a sonnet to the fair youth, and he's telling the fair youth that he must have children. He must get married and have children. Shakespeare's in love with the fair youth, and he wants the fair youth to, notice I use the word fair meaning beautiful, handsome. He wants the fair youth to have children so that he will immortalize his beauty. So, but wherefore do not you a mightier way make war upon this bloody tyrant time? So wherefore, why, what is the reason that you don't fight hard, that you don't make war upon the tyrant of time, the bloody tyrant time? So here time with a capital T personified, but here the tyrant is time, but time is death, time is the grim reaper, time is the end of everything. So why don't you make war on time? Why don't you make time's job a little bit harder? And fortify yourself in your decay with means more blessed than my barren rhyme. So why don't you fortify, make yourself strong against decay with something that is more beautiful than my barren, than my sterile poetry? So Shakespeare is saying here that he's writing to immortalize the beauty of this youth. But why doesn't the youth have a child, get married and have a child? And that would be a much better way to strengthen himself against the decay of time, against the times when his beauty has gone or when he's dead. And this would be a far better way to do it than just this sterile rhyme that Shakespeare is writing, this poetry. So here Shakespeare is also saying that he's trying to immortalize the youth, the fair youth, in his poems, but having a child would be much better. Now stand you on the top of happy hours. You're in your prime, you're at your best, you are your most beautiful. And many maiden gardens yet unset, with virtuous wish would bear your living flowers. So a maiden is a young lady, and her garden is her womb. Unset, so if you're growing vegetables, you want to set a flower. So you have a flower. If you can pollinate this flower so that it is now producing your tomato or your marrow, or then the plant is procreating and having babies, and There are many maidens whose wombs have not yet had babies. So there are many young ladies who haven't had babies yet, and with virtuous wish would bear your living flowers, and they would be delighted to bear your children. They would really want to have children with you. Yeah, your living flowers are going to be the flowers of the next generation. So have children with them, much liker than your painted counterfeit. So your living flowers would be much more like you. They would be a much better copy of you than just a painted picture. And I think also he's saying that these maidens would much rather have you than have a painted picture of you. So painted counterfeit. Also perhaps Shakespeare is saying that his poetry here, his poems about the beauty of the youth, are a painted counterfeit as well. So have children, because these will be the spitting image of you. They will copy you in a much better way than any picture or any description ever could. So should the lines of life that life repair. So like this, the lines of life, the bloodline, the lineage of your family, having children, that life repair, that bring life back to someone. So having children in keeps alive the line, so it brings life back. It keeps people alive even though they are dead. So the lines of life is the bloodline that keep life alive, which this times pencil or my pupil's pen, neither in inward worth or outward fair, can make you live yourself in eyes of men. So time's pencil, this is, time has left you as you are. Time has left you in this beautiful state. You are at your peak, and the pencil of time will change your looks. And my pupil pen, the pen that I use to write, which is my student, my slave, cannot show the inward value nor the outward beauty that is the reality of you, and therefore my pen cannot make a description of you that would be close to the reality of you having a child. So we could immortalize your beauty by you having a child, and this is much better than me writing about you. Like that, you live yourself in the eyes of men, because your child will live in the eyes of men and carry your inner and outward beauty. To give away yourself keeps yourself still, and you must live drawn by your own sweet success. So you can't give yourself away. You can only live for future generations if you give yourself to your bride. Traditionally, the bride is given away to the bridegroom. If you do this, you don't lose anything, but you will keep yourself, because you will have children and you will continue to live in these children. And like that, you will live forever, and you are making your own drawing of yourself. So by having children, this is a metaphor for drawing yourself again, or making a drawing of yourself, handing your beauty down in time. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Sonnet 16 by William Shakespeare.